So today, I was driving and I had like this really cool self-realization, whatever thing like hit me. And it's not self-realization, it was just cool to be able to like be conscious in the moment of something that was happening. Anyways, so I was driving and this car like decided to go around me because apparently I'm not going fast enough. Mind you, I'm a pretty like aggressive driver. I like to get to my destination. The dog's outside. Just like walking by. Um, so obviously this person was in a rush, which is fine, like I've been there. I rush around sometimes. But so this guy like ends up like pretty much just like cutting me off, going around me and then like cutting me off and then slamming on the brakes because like obviously we're like in traffic. So in that moment I like got this like flare up, whatever, of like anger or, I was just like kind of thrown off. I was like, the audacity. But then in that moment as well, I was like, why would I be upset about this? Like, this is a great opportunity to show patience and to just let it go. And so I did. And it was great. It felt so good to like not react to, somebody cutting me off and like slamming on the brakes where I almost got into an accident and like and not to like give away that energy. I felt very reserved and I don't know, it was just like a nice realization that like I got to choose how I reacted instead of like, you know, cursing that person and that person can't even hear me and it's really like just like going in my own vessel and my own car and like my own cells and my own mind and body and like my water isn't taking all of that emotion because I'm the one bringing forth that and not that person. Like I could have been upset and like, started like, this mother blah 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 and like kind of went this whole spiel about it and like cursed them off and they would never received any of it. Like it would have just went to me. So it was just a really cool experience. And I've been doing it a lot more lately, which is super refreshing and it's been transformative. It's been a slow progress to be in these states of awareness and being conscious of the reactions I'm putting out and how to be more present and aware of like the habits that are in my mind and how to react. So slowly but surely it is starting to come forth together pretty divinely lately. I guess it's a time, we're living in the times, but it's just been such a blessing in all honesty. Even with duality, like I've if you ever hang out with me, I'm always mentioning like duality and like, it takes one thing for the other thing to exist and so on and so forth. So then like when people start talking to me again, like they're always like mentioning that they know duality and it does start to embed in these people when I'm around them. And that's super cool because we need to understand that um the dualism in our world is not like separate of each other. They are whole. They create the whole of that which is, and that which is and that which we create through the duality or the polarity of things, and that is whole in itself. So for one thing to be, another has to exist in its opposite form, which creates that beautiful divine dance of creation and destruction, of life and death, of male and female, of sun and moon, of morning and night, and the electro and magnetism and just the whole thing. And it's just beautiful to really like start to embody these principles and to correlate consciously with them and to have other people resonate with it as well is just fucking awesome. and not to be like alone in this journey, which is, we're not alone regardless. No man is an island. So, um, it's just been great, honestly. I don't feel defeated anymore. I feel such a liberation, even with all this chaos going on, like with everything that's going on, everything they're trying to pull on us and like get us to fear and to, go against each other. I don't have the energy for that anymore. I really don't. I don't care about politics. I don't care about fucking working in this goddamn stupid corporation identity government that overcame our fucking republic government that was already implemented here before. And on top of that, like all of these nations and like legalese system and all of this like fucking spellbound words and shit that we're in. It just it's something we need to know about and overcome and learn from. We need to make darkness conscious. We have to stop hiding. It's not going to get any better for our children if we just keep neglecting things that need to be questioned and to be understood to an extent that we can change it. And I feel like we just really need to start uplifting each other and becoming more community oriented and putting down our guards and our shields towards each other and reality. And I found that most difficult to like go out in the real world and like talk to people. It's different. It's really different in person. I can connect with it. I do connect with a lot of people. I do go out of my way and try to talk to a lot of people. But it's different when we just have like a lot of misinformation being embedded into our consciousness and into each other. And mind you, like, for example, I work in a steakhouse and I'm plant-based. And not even that, like, I'm a seeker. Like, I love knowledge. I love to question life. So I'm very like philosophical and like in the things I speak about and the way I feel and conduct. And then I really like the mysteries of things. So like I get into like the alchemical principles and like hermeticism. And I just downloaded or printed out this super cool text. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but it's like super fucking amazing. I it it just resonates on so much levels. It's regulated by the 7 rules or fundamental canons according to the 7 commonly known metals. And it goes into like astrology and the planetary bases, and then with alchemy and so on and so forth. They all correlate together. But I like to dive into the invisible world that no one wants to question and things like that. So it's hard for me to be able to discuss these things with people at a steakhouse. That's the only point I was trying to get across. And I can't. I do get across to some people, or I make them question a little bit. Like they can't answer my question, or like I'll say a quote of something and then it's like, oh, like, I feel like I can maybe ring a bell like deep down in them that they haven't like really like went into. Whatever. I know that my way isn't for everybody, really, in all honesty, and that's fucking like awesome too, because like I want some friction in my life that is gonna help me be who I'm meant to be. I'm obviously it's a good book. But I'm obviously in a state of trying to understand that opposites need to exist, and that creates the whole spectrum, which creates the whole magnum opus, which creates, which is the great work. And it comes from a point of observation, to be able to observe without being so fucking opinionated on things. And like, I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to see that which is here, which is in creation, which is doing without us consciously even doing. Like, the cells are regenerating in our body without us thinking about it, and my body automatically breathes and blinks and lubricates itself and like creates muscle and bone and life. Like I can go have a baby and like I don't have to consciously think of that. Like me individually, like consciousness itself is already like in its own program or pool or whatever it may be, in its own algorithm or binary state, like whatever the fuck you want to label it as. But my daughter is leaving little notes in the door. She's just put, and she closed the door. She's so cool. And kids are so cool. Look, if we want to change anything in reality, you guys, it's kids. Like, that's it. You're so cool. Thank you. Can you bring it to me?
Yeah, you can open them.
I appreciate you. Let's see what she wrote. I love you, Mom. From Mom?
For Mom, yes.
For Mom. Very cute. Aww.
And here, look. And this is a heart. This is the winky face. And this is me thinking of a heart.
Very cool.
Like when I love you. And these other one is we're walking around. We didn't have green, so I did it red instead.
That's perfect. I love it.
And it says for Mom.
For Mom. And then, yeah, for Mom. Love Mom.
And that's us hugging.
That's us hugging?
Yeah.
That's us hugging. We're so cute. Can I have a hug?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
I wrote those notes because I'm going to miss you when I go back to Miami.
Go back to Miami with
Yeah.
your dad?
Yeah, I'm going to miss you. That's why I wrote you those notes.
Thank you. I'll put it on my wall. I have her little notes over there. I think you can see them, yeah. And I have like my whole work board, but thank you, my love. I appreciate it. Thank you. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, it's the kids. That's it. That's the big mystery and how to change things. I mean, first with ourselves, obviously, because like without, us questioning ourselves and using our like fucking divine mind and heart and body and soul and like being able to have critical thinking skills and control and hold ourselves accountable for ourselves and to be our own master and teach our children to be our own master. Trust ourselves, trust our intuition. Like we have so much knowledge to be able to retain all that and be able to conduct in a very promising way as a community and to give forth back unto life as it does to us every day. And with that will come opposite forces, you guys, and that's okay. That needs to be understood too. We need to make darkness conscious. I'm telling you, like. And once we understand that, we won't be so fear-ridden because we will understand that these things exist and we could start to maneuver within that instead of just like cowering out and like hiding and being distracted or entertained or like blindly led by materialism and like fucking stupid shit, like vanity and envy and jealousy and all that. Like there's opposite forms to those things. So, look, we have enough knowledge. This is just my little library setup that I use with all types of information down to like ancient civilizations and philosophy and Plato and the Epic of Man and home remedies and Aristotle. And I have like legal books for like our system that we have to work around, legalese. Like we have to learn Latin and Admiral Maritime Law and like all this stuff. And we could do it. Like, that's the beauty of it. There's the key. We can actually do this shit. And, like, we can actually read and, like, start to become more knowledgeable and put it into practice and create wisdom and do these things. And it's awesome. And I don't understand why more people aren't doing it. It's so frustrating sometimes. But whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk about this to be like, I overcame my reaction in the car And then I took my daughter to we were going to the park, and like I was trying to go to Legoland, but it's closed today, so I have to go tomorrow. Which I'm really not a fan of like Legos and shit, but whatever. She likes them, and I compromise on some things because whatever, I don't allow a lot of things. But um, whatever. It's a great blessing, and I need to stop saying whatever because it's not whatever, and I hate to like chalk it up and like kind of like dismiss things like that. So I'm working on that too. But I hope you all are, feeling these transitions or actually going into some type of more discipline and trying to cultivate into more understanding or help yourself in any way you find necessary. I know that breathing really helps tremendously. And that's,
Mom,
yeah.
is it okay to get the smooth scissors because I don't have any smooth ones. They're all silly.
Yeah, you got it. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
All right, kings and queens. That's it. I don't know if you're gonna watch this for 16 minutes. Like you're really cool. I guess. There I go, like chalking shit up again. But yeah, thank you if you did. Honestly, thank you for listening and hearing me out, and just wanted to talk and share a little bit. That's cool. I'm working on a couple things right now. I'm not gonna share it until it's done because I hate doing that. But it's been good and motivating, and I've had some new people come into my life, and it's been great. And a lot of things happened past last year, and I let it go pretty easily. I'm surprised. Like I keep looking back and I'm like waiting for like these moments to happen and they're not. And I feel such a nice peace and flow. And like I know there's so much destruction and chaos going on, and I know that like the pedophile shit's being exposed, and like all these things are happening, and wars, and I know the third temple's being built with Trump on the coin with Sirius, and all these things, mud floods being exposed, and it's like there's so much going on right now, and it's amazing. It's so amazing. And but just try to stay present, you guys, just check in with yourself, make sure you're okay, because we can get lost out there, especially in the mass amount of information or stress or financial ways or whatever's going on, in all actuality. So try to balance everything. I know it's a lot. I really do. Between the mind, the body, the soul, the emotions, the finances, the family, like the work, everything. We're being pulled in all different types of directions. But remember, you take care of you. Take care of you because you can't handle any of that if you're not right. So eat well, sleep good, put in some good intentions, love yourself, take care of yourself, show yourself some self-care. Sit down for a minute, massage your feet with some coconut oil, and tell yourself you love yourself. It's pretty simple, really. And let those water molecules change. But yeah. All right. Well, have a great night.